Episode three, the one we've probably been waiting for because the high school season is starting. And we have, you can't see it on Instagram, but when I post this on Zoom, we have the Wicked Witch of Palatine.
I'm in Buffalo Grove.
Oh, I thought you lived in Palatine.
I used to live in Palatine years ago.
Oh, interesting.
Matter of
Want
fact,
to come
12,
on
11 years
my,
ago.
do you want to join the Instagram live?
I'm trying to. I don't see. Oh, there you are. Hold on.
Come
How
on,
do
I'm
I
waiting on you.
live? There we go. All right, hold on.
I'm waiting.
We're going here in a second. Or send
Uh-huh.
request.
Oh, there we go. Let's see what we got. Almost there, I think. Oh, there we go. So, Braves, let's get the party started. I don't know what's more disturbing, the hat or that you had that already queued up.
Hopefully people will take a look on the Zoom and they can see that this isn't just any old hat, but this is paying homage or homage to none other than the true Wicked Witch of the West, none other than the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. Or, for those who don't understand the
What
reference,
the fuck are you talking about?
you don't remember when John Travolta tried to introduce Idina Menzel and he screwed up her name and said Adele? Forget it. Long story short, it's a big, wicked weekend right now. Over $250 million grossed at the box office. Um, you still can't convince me that Cynthia Erivo is the real Elphaba. You can't. You can't. But when you go on Zoom, you'll see that I am actually positioned right in front of the Yellow Brick Road.
I can see that.
And I don't have a lot of green, but I did borrow this hat from my mother.
Um, all right, Braves, let's get started.
Okay.
Um,
Ooh,
we have really nice eyebrows.
you as well.
Thank you.
So you you want to dive right into
Right
Thanksgiving
in.
basketball.
I want to
So
get into the Thanksgiving tournaments. I've been napping today. I have this headache I can't get rid of.
okay.
So I'm in a bad mood and I want to get into it.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with yours?
Um, yeah, why not?
So let's take a look over at Downers Grove North and Downers Grove South. So in front of me, which you can't see, excuse me, I have a layout of 25 different tournaments around the Chicagoland area.
Wait, was that a sneeze?
No, I think that was just a hiccup from
Oh,
excitement.
okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to be, if it was a sneeze, I needed to say bless you.
No, not a sneeze. I'm very deliberate with my sneeze.
Oh,
You'll
there you
know.
go.
Like, what is this? What is this guy doing right here? What's this guy?
I have to be appropriate.
Okay.
It
What's
looks
the,
like a mohel didn't finish its job.
oh, that's too bad. We'll still celebrate. We're going to Downers North, Downers South. Now you have the host two schools. You've got DGN, DGS, Hinsdale Central. A lot of question marks around Hinsdale Central. Senior laden team with some younger talent coming up. Some that may not be ready to go, some not healthy yet, but a team to keep an eye on. Lincoln Way East, we know Lincoln Way East obviously much more for football than we do basketball. Lyons Township, Lyons Township is going to be really strong this year. We talked about Nate Woods last week. We talked about Grant Smith. Maine South, obviously a different looking Maine South over the past couple of weeks with some personnel changes. Matea Valley, really got to keep an eye out for some people over there at Matea Valley. I've never actually been to the school, but I know they've got some real interesting talent on their roster. Proviso East hasn't been Proviso East in years. Unity Christian, I couldn't tell you a thing about. And Wabansie Valley very well could be the sleeper here. Now, I left Lincoln Park for last because that's where we're going to start. You're coaching at Lincoln Park. there's a ton of talent in the city, but you guys are really confident coming into the season. Tell us why.
Well, first off, we have a few people out tomorrow.
Okay.
So next man up.
Oh, see what you did.
Um, you see what I did? Circle, full circle.
Hmm.
Um, we'll see. I mean, practices look great. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what, you know. It's beginning of the season. I still think that we're on whenever it is, Saturday or Sunday.
Hmm.
We're gonna hold up the trophy and I'm gonna post on my Instagram. Um, our JV is there too. I did
Your
not.
JV is also there. Interesting. Okay.
So Noah Young will be in full effect. As long as he doesn't jump when he passes, he should
Love that.
yep, he should be good to go.
Great.
We'll see. I mean, I'm picking us to win it. I mean, but I mean, I don't know if that's fair just because I mean, I'm not gonna not pick us.
Listen, I think that you are well within your right to be confident. I think that you have obviously a ton of talent there, and it's very, very possible that you guys are going to go and make some noise. So let's take a look here at what your schedule looks like, because it's a very involved schedule with all of
So
these
we
teams.
go
So you
Monday,
got
Monday
Monday,
Downers Grove, Tuesday off, Wednesday Matia Valley, Thursday I'm gonna eat and be a fat piece of shit. Uh,
okay?
Friday we play Unity Christian. Saturday we play, I don't know, Hinsdale.
Saturday, you play Hinsdale
Hinsdale
over at
Central.
South, correct? You're going to be spending your time over at DGS.
I'm going to be actually spending my time. Fun fact, tomorrow, this is what I'm excited about. Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah, Sam.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting it's me and the wizard. We're sitting together.
Have you ever heard of Kim's Uncle, the pizza
I
place?
No, nor do I know anyone named Kim, actually. Do I know a
No,
Kim?
no, I don't,
I went to
it's not a very Jewish name.
I went no, 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 no. I went to grade school with a girl named Kim. Um, it's about it.
So this pizza joint, when we get
Yeah.
off, you need to check it out. They open at 4. You need to call by 4:05, 4:10, sold out for the day.
Really?
Bro, and I got it like 2 summers ago. It's in Westmont. So I'm
Oh my
excited.
God.
In between
Westmont.
the JV and the varsity games, I'm gonna, you know what it's gonna be like? Do you remember in the 90s when we'd call like B96?
Sure, absolutely.
That's what it's gonna be like. I'm gonna keep dialing and dialing and dialing and
You know,
dialing.
I actually remember this oddly enough came to mind last week because I was scrolling or what do you say, seeking through the different radio channels on
Scrolling,
scrolling or whatever, pressing little buttons, and I
clicking.
came across one of my favorite bands from the '90s. Oasis was on Q101, and so I had Miles in the car. We're listening to some Oasis, and I remember distinctly. And I have a very odd memory, right? Things come and go, and things I shouldn't remember, I do. I remember full out waiting in a parking lot one night. I was with my mom and Skokie going to see my grandmother when she was alive. Um, and I remember calling Q101 and requesting none other than Champagne Supernova. And they did it for Andrew in Skokie at the time. Whoever was the DJ, God bless them. But they made it happen.
Um,
I'll tell you right now the game of the tournament here and between North and South.
I think it's tomorrow night.
You think it's tomorrow night between Lincoln Park and DGS?
Yep.
I disagree. I think the game of the week for your tournament is going to be Wednesday at North in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, when you have Wabanzi and Lions going head to head.
That's a good game.
I think that's the circle game at North. At South, I'm going to go ahead and say Well, you don't play Matea, do you?
Um,
No,
I
you
don't think
don't.
so, unless there's like a playoff.
No, so I don't have you down here against Matea Valley. I'm going to put you, I mean, if it's the game to look at, it's either you and South. It's a combination of Matea and Hinsdale. I'll give you the nod right now. I'll say Saturday afternoon, Hinsdale Central Lincoln Park at DGS is going to be the game that I would circle for the games that are being played at DGS.
Um, Braves, keep going. I need to go grab a charger for my laptop because the one I have is currently not working, apparently.
Not a problem. You go ahead. I'll go ahead and carry the show. To everybody watching on Zoom, which is technically none of you right now, I'm going to keep going with the Instagram. By the way, for those just joining in, my name is Andrew Braverman. I am dressed in part today, honoring all of those who identify as wicked. I realize things I can and can't say. Questions, go ahead, throw them into the chat. We'll try and get to as many as we can, but we're looking through all the appropriate Thanksgiving tournaments that are around the Chicagoland area. Without Aaron here, I'll jump over to Northridge Prep, where the Battle of the Ridge is taking place. I'm a coach at Wheeling High School. We will be competing at the Battle of the Ridge again. Um, Interesting developments here. So, Aaron, I don't know if you know this, but the past couple of years and historically, the Battle of the Ridge had Will Ray's team, Northridge Prep, Vernon Hills, and Wheeling, and typically they've circulated amongst CPS schools that typically haven't had a ton of success. Schools like Senn, South Shore,
Yep.
Schurz. Well, Schurz and South Shore were lined up again for this year, and both dropped for whatever reason. We hope everything's okay. But they replaced those two schools.
Hope everything's okay.
We do. Why wouldn't we?
Keep going.
Those two teams were replaced by Thornton Fractional South and Oak Park River Forest. And I think you have to just skyrocket Oak Park River Forest to the top of the list right now. And I
That's
don't
my
think
pick to win it.
I don't listen. We're competing in it, so I'm not going to give you a pick, but I'm going to tell you that on paper and with preseason hype, OPRF meets every check mark for being the clear-cut favorite.
Hey, I have to interrupt you. Harris Habibovich played for me at Lincoln Park. Bro, I didn't know you had a black wife. Dude, that's awesome. I did
Okay,
not know.
that also was
He is
not
on the
part of our
live
script.
right now, and I just want to applaud that he knows that black don't crack. Come on, Braves, or you're racist.
I'm no, 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 no. Excuse me. I'm dressed in black, and
Ooh.
Alphaba's
So are
black.
you a man in black?
Huh. If I do this, will it clear your memory?
Where am I?
You're back at the podcast. Name another tournament. Let's take another trip around the area. Where do you want to go next?
I want to go, let's go to St. Charles East.
Let's go to St. Charles East. Now, you put, if I'm correct, Schaumburg as the favorite at St. Charles East. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking at a field of the Saxons, St. Charles East, the host, the St. Charles North Stars, Thornridge, Plainfield North, Plainfield East, East Aurora, and my pick at the top. I think you need to really keep an eye on Wheaton Academy. I think
Yes, I agree.
Hayden Schroeder. I think is one of the best players in the state. Um,
I
Probably on
I
paper
totally agree. You're totally right.
they have some younger talent too. There's some sophomores over Wheaton Academy. You really got to keep an eye out for names that you're going to see throughout the season. Really diligent team, really strong defensive team. And I do think, oh my God, Kathy, hi. What's with the hat? Well, obviously, I'm the wickeder witch of the Northwest.
You're
I'm,
just wicked. You're just wicked cool.
I am wicked cool. I am wicked cool. Um, I'm going to put Wheaton Academy right now as on paper my favorite. I know Tucker's got talents over at Schaumburg. You and I both know sophomore lefty Mason Harrell's a name to follow all year long. Kid's going to be a star. Cam Anderson is one of the most athletic kids in the MSL, if not the northern suburbs. And Jason knows what he's doing. But
Hey,
I
you know
think,
what that reminds me of?
what does that remind you of?
First of all, Tom Antos is on. Second,
Oh,
you
hi,
just
Tom.
said you brought up Tucker and you brought up Cam, right?
I did.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, well, as he goes, Kathy, I'm going to swing it back to you real quick. We'll bring it back to Schomburg, but you want to know about what's going on with Frem. Now, that's interesting, right?
All right.
So,
This reminds me of Cam.
oh,
Are you
okay.
ready?
Yeah, are you going to jump through the ceiling? You're the Stay Puft
I'm the
Marshmallow
Stay
Man.
Puft Marshmallow Man.
Why?
Because he's soft.
He's not soft.
He's soft.
Not soft.
Soft.
Not soft.
He's soft.
No, I disagree wholeheartedly. I
You're
will,
soft.
I will, well, yeah, I'm squishy, I guess. Used to be a lot worse. But no, Cam Anderson's not soft. Cam Anderson is an excellent athlete that is ready and poised for a breakout season because locally people know who Cam Anderson is. I think there's another step for him to take, and having Mason next to him is going to make for a really fun 1-2 punch for the Saxons this year.
You know who else is soft?
I'll bite.
F3 Hoops.
Frank?
He's soft too.
Unbelievable. Ditch the face. Let's go to Fenton. Let's go to Fenton. Now, I've been to,
Evanston. I go Evanston. I'm going Evanston's my Fenton pick without even knowing.
well, I mean, that I don't think that's you going out on a limb, but I think Kathy Klein has a really, really good point. You have to look at Fremd 100% and put them straight into the mix. Look at the talent that Evanston has and that Fremd has. You have sophomores through seniors that we've seen since freshmen and up. You've got senior leadership at both. You've got Aroka still at Evanston. You've got Williams at Fremd.
Ojala.
Don't sleep on Pinto either. Rafael
You have
Pinto is one of the
Ojala.
more underrated players you're going to see throughout the year.
How about Ben Ojala?
Ben Ojala is an absolute stud. Listen, if you're going to be Ben Ojala, Lance Jones, Blake Peters, Ryan Bost. You can go down the list recently of freshmen that excelled at Evanston playing varsity early in their careers. I mean, look at what Lance did. Look at what Lance did. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what Lance did.
No,
Um,
no
Ryan,
gel.
you brought Jaheim Holden, Ryan Boss, and Lance Jones, all class of 2019, up as freshmen. Ryan, just absolutely tragic what happened to Ryan Boss. I remember Ryan very, very well.
What happened?
Ryan's life was taken a couple years
Wait, was
ago.
he shot?
He was.
I remember now.
He was fatally shot in Evanston. Um, his family and his name has rang true in Evanston for years and years and years. A famous last name in Evanston. Just
Is it
horrible.
as famous though as Buffalo Joe's?
Yeah, 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 it is.
I love
Yeah, it
Buffalo
is.
Joe's.
But listen, I think it's going to come down to Evanston and Fremd. Rolling Meadows, this is the first year in what seems like the past 2 decades that Rolling Meadows doesn't have a clear-cut five-star top 10 talent in the
Can we?
country.
I want to stop. I want to talk about Rolling Meadows.
Go ahead.
Do you think they're the most underachieving program? Because he's had two NBA guys, possibly a third. We'll see what happens with the kid, Ian. And he's never won state or gone downstate.
Well, there are a lot of people who haven't won state. Is
Yes,
is
but with
Meadows?
NBA guys, at least they've gone down.
There have been plenty of NBA. I mean, we were talking nonstop about East St. Louis a couple weeks ago, talking about Darius Miles. He was an NBA star. He didn't win state.
No, but didn't he go down?
Yeah, he went down. Oh, you're saying he didn't get down to state?
Yeah, he
Listen,
didn't get downstate. I mean, dude,
well,
it's really hard to win it, but
it's
you've had
well,
NBA guys.
you can argue that the North Suburban sectional that they've been placed in, which I I don't necessarily think they belonged in those sectionals, but that's beside the point. I don't make the assignments. They had really tough roads. They had really, really tough roads. Who's to say? Am I going to say that they're underachieving? No, they're not underachieving. I think that, I don't know Max or Cam. I've coached against them. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you to his folks, but I don't know them personally. I would have to say, if you were to ask them, the biggest regret isn't necessarily not going downstate, but I don't think the state really got a full plate, a full feast of Max Christie as a senior because of COVID. They were 15-0 his senior year. Could they have gone downstate that year? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But that was it. That was it. You had Max and Cam there. So COVID really took the legs out from under that team. Did they underachieve moving forward? No, I don't think they underachieved. I think other schools stepped up to the chance and to the plate and went toe to toe with future NBA stars. And Ian Milicic is a
I
star.
think you're full of shit.
That's not nice.
I think you're full of shit.
I think I'm going to cast a spell on you. How about that?
I think you're full of shit.
Hold on,
And
I'm going to grab a
I think
wand.
I think you're being politically correct, and it makes me want to throw up.
Oh, listen, one of us has to be politically correct. Don't I look like a drummer when I can do this?
I kind of like you remind me of Lars from Metallica.
I'm not sure Lars is the one everyone likes.
Dude,
Lars Ulrich? I mean, listen, I like Metallica, but whatever.
dude,
I'm gonna
him
go.
and him
I
and
think
Hetfield.
it's Fremd and Evanston. When you go out to Fenton, I'm just glad that I'm not necessarily going out to Fenton. Haven't been there. I haven't been to Fenton High School since the fall of 2001, going to watch the Glenbrook South Titans and star guards David Gershenson, Dan Rodell going up against, I don't even remember who, but they used to be at Fenton. And I remember going to Fenton and thinking, huh, I don't think I have any reason to ever go back to Fenton.
Um, there's really good tacos around there.
I mean, listen, I really like tacos. That sounds
I
great.
mean, dude, there's some like legit spots around there.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
listen, this is set up. This is clearly set up for an Evanston Fremd final on the 29th. That would be a 7 p.m. game. So I'm gonna put all of my chips in this hat right here, and I'm gonna say this is gonna be an Evanston Fenton or Evanston Fremd final at Fenton, and I don't think that's going out on a limb at all. Where
let's
to
go
next?
to let's go to Johnsburg.
Let's go to Johnsburg. Wow, we're going all the way out to Skyhawk Town, huh?
Skyhawks, baby.
So
They have
you
a
got some
That's a
real
really good
interesting teams.
tournament.
You got some really interesting teams there.
Yeah.
Barrington is absolutely loaded,
Yeah.
loaded,
Yeah.
loaded,
Yeah. Keep
loaded,
going.
loaded. Harry
Keep going.
Grove, Harry Grove, sneaky, sneaky good.
Your political bullshit.
No, no, Adam McLeod's got talent out there. He has a team that, listen, you don't think of the Fox Valley when you think basketball. I think you have to really pay attention to Cary Grove this year. The team that everyone is obviously looking at is Waukegan, and rightfully so. But don't go past Crystal Lake Center or Crystal Lake South, and I'll tell you why. There's a junior there. His name is Noah Cook. He is one of the most athletic, underrated players in the state. They are twin sophomores, both in the 6'5", 6'6" range, John and Ryan Morgan, who are multi-sport stars, not athletes, stars. Size and athleticism, yet Barrington also has size and athleticism. Then you have coaching. Well, there's great coaches up and down that conference, but you still have to give the edge to Waukegan
Thank you.
because I'm going to ride with a family that I've known for years. Those I feel very close to. I have nothing but good things, good memories, hugs when I see them. And I'm going to go with my guy, Carter Newsome's, and all of the Newsome family going in and taking care of Johnsburg.
Wa Waukegan's the best team there, right? Where's Warren?
Warren is not at Johnsburg. Carter, Carson, Ronzel, all the Newsomes are going to take care of business. That's where I'm going to put money in the hat.
I have Waukegan.
Warren's going all the way out west. And when I say out west, they're going out to Rockford, Auburn.
Ooh, that's a good one. Whitney Young's in that too.
Whitney Young's there.
So Whitney Young
You've got team,
tomorrow
yeah.
is playing in a game, and then they're going out to Rockford.
Whitney Young, Warren, you've got Spring Legacy out of Texas. You've got two teams from Memphis, Central and Douglas High School. Perspectives, don't sleep on perspectives. A
Is
lot of
it
talent.
which one is it though?
MSA,
Waybon, baby.
Wavon's team. You've got Clark and our friend Terry Head going out there. Auburn, post school. I mean, listen, all you got to know about Rockford Auburn is Fred Van Vliet went to Rockford Auburn, and they used to come into Proviso West when no one knew who they were and make a name for themselves. Springfield Dampier, Jefferson, Hyde Park, Geneseo, Morgan Park, Rockford East. I mean, good for Warren going up with some
Yeah.
really, really high level talent early on in the year.
I
But that's
mean,
what you're
they're
going to
my
get all
pick.
year with. You're going
That's
to take
my
Warren.
pick. Yeah,
I, I
100%.
mean, is the sky blue?
Depends. It might be cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
I liked the first one. The second one wasn't as good. I'll back you there, and I'm gonna go with another kid who I literally watched grow up. How do you turn away from Jackson Davis? You don't. You don't. You give him the ball and you watch him go.
Can I give an unpopular opinion?
Why would I ever stop you?
He's not a blue blood player.
That is a ridiculous and unpopular take.
It's he's 6 feet tall.
Uh,
He hold on.
This is blasphemous.
Listen, he is a Big Ten player.
Okay.
He's a SEC player. He's not a Duke player.
Okay, but there are a lot of, you know, how
Duke,
do you say?
Kansas, North Carolina. No,
No, no. Jackson Davis is a top 50 recruit in the country. That's number one. Number two, he is going to be the back-to-back winner of Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois. Number three, I don't think there's
nope.
another player in the state who I'd want the ball in their hands late in a game.
I got one.
Be my guest. Brady,
Yep.
great. And listen, Brady Pettigrew will have his time. Brady Pettigrew will be a McDonald's All-American. Brady Pettigrew will be a five-star athlete, is a five-star athlete. And as of now, today, I'm riding with Jackson.
That's good. I mean, as always, we'll agree to disagree.
Totally
Um,
fair.
I, I mean, listen, he's 6 feet tall. First of all, let me clarify something. He is unbelievably talented. So I don't want anyone saying that I said he's not a good player.
I cast a spell on that poor
Yes.
take.
He is an unbelievable player. He's a winner and he plays with class. Okay. Um, I just don't think he's like a Duke player. He's I don't think he's a Duke, Kansas, that type of player. I think that he could go to Illinois and have an unbelievable career, go overseas, make a bunch of money.
Let's do one thing at a time. Let's see him take Warren back to state. Let's start with that. He's a junior in high school. We're not worrying about overseas. We're not worrying about where in the Big Ten, ACC, wherever yet. We're worried about if he's going to go into Rockford and if he's going to take the Blue Devils not only downstate. Let's worry about the Waukegan games. Let's worry about last year losing to Lake Forest. Let's talk about the conference before we get too far ahead of ourselves. But I'm with you. Warren is the favorite in Rockford. Where to?
Um, we did St. Charles. We did battle. Oh, let's go to the Lane Tech DePaul, and then let's go to Ignatius de La Salle.
Oh, okay. So you want to go to Lane first. I love that. So
I
Lane
mean, that's
Tech,
easy. That's
that's
easy.
easy. You've got four teams there who all have state championship potential. Some have actually won state. Phillips, DePaul Prep, Lane Tech is loaded. Niles North has tons of talent. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean,
Tough to go away from DePaul because of what they
yes,
are.
yes. I mean, they'll all be really good games, but again, I have to pick DePaul.
If you're going to take a four-team sample size, that is an that's a monster tournament. It's a monster tournament.
I agree. I mean,
I mean, you're starting off tomorrow at 5:30 with DePaul against Niles North. That's monstrous. Monstrous.
we were in the Ignatius tournament. I'm kind of happy we're in the downers
Okay.
because there's so many better food options out that way.
Then the north side of the city?
Yeah, like like Kim's Uncle, um, Mojo's. Have you ever been to Mojo's?
No, I have not. You know I don't go anywhere near the city ever.
No, this is out by Downers.
Downers I've gone to.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Uh,
Downers I've been to.
I'm so this is what I'm kind of intrigued about. I've sat and watched so much high school basketball the last few years
Hmm.
and like sat there like, oh my God, this is opening, this is opening, this is opening. I'm curious, A, to see how Josh responds to me.
Okay.
Um, right? Um,
You've got some feedback going on. You got to fix your
I know, I'm trying to figure it out. How about now?
better.
Perfect. So, can you hear me now?
Good.
All right, perfect. So I'm not okay. So when I used to coach, I'd get a little nervous before
Okay.
games. Um, there's no nerves, there's no nothing. I'm just ready, bro. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go to war. I can't fucking wait, man. I don't know if I'll sleep tonight.
Um, I mean, you don't sleep a ton to begin with, but I do wish you pleasant slumbers. You wanted to go to De La Salle.
Yes,
So
Bennett. I mean,
let's,
that's easy, Bennett.
I don't think it's as easy as you think.
Oh my God, dude. Who there is stopping Bennett?
St. Ignatius is really well coached with a lot
Listen,
of talent.
100%.
A
They
lot
don't,
of
they're
talent.
not gonna listen.
You were raving about Chris Bolt.
I love Chris Bolte.
It is Bolty. I was about to ask you. My apologies.
I do, but it's not Bennett, bro. They're loaded and they're big and they have guard play.
Bennett's going to Bennett. We all know that. Bennett's going to Bennett.
Yeah.
We've been neglecting a big one that we need to go out to, and that is Loyola New Trier.
So, did you see my pick?
The one that says, should I really do not know?
I mean, Loyola New Trier in the championship. Um, Overtime.
Loyola and New Trier play each other before the championship. Loyola and New Trier play each other on November 26th at 4 p.m. So
So
that's when,
that game will be packed.
well, yeah.
I I'm gonna have to go with Loyola. A few reasons.
Go ahead.
My first one is I don't like Tyler Kurz. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. I love
I
Tyler.
know you were.
No, my first one, Loyola's toughness. Not saying that Nutrier's not tough, but man, Loyola, I mean, it's just kind of a different animal. Livatino is crazy in a good way. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take Loyola. Franklin's taking Loyola too, but that's because he glazes all those kids. I'm taking Loyola because of basketball reasons.
I don't even want to know. I'm not familiar with the term. I want to throw out some sleepers over on the North Shore here. We don't know what Lake Forest Academy is going to have. They have up and down a bunch of foreign born players who I believe are all above 6'13" in height. Um, Kyle Kay knows what he's doing. They can go and recruit from all across the globe. They're a dark horse.
Not
Mount
worried
Car
about it.
Mount Carmel. Mount
There you go.
Carmel.
They did lose that kid.
Which,
Addition by subtraction. Noah Mister.
okay, Mount Carmel is loaded, and Mount Carmel is 2 years removed from a state run. So
You know who's coaching there? None
I,
other than Tracy Abrams.
Tracy Abrams, Tracy Abrams.
Hmm. It's
New
a good one,
Trier,
huh?
New Trier has just a loaded front end here. I mean, Bulls prep.
Listen, I'm not taking anything away. I just, man, end of the day, Livatino just kind of molds grit and molds toughness. So I gotta
Well,
go with him, man.
but you've got New Trier, Loyola, and Lake Forest, regular Lake Forest, all in the same side. That's brutal for a Thanksgiving tournament. This is
For
why
Lake
it doesn't
Forest,
matter if it happens early, but they all make the tournament. I'm really interested to see what happens with Wallace, the freshman for New Trier, how he acclimates early against real competition at the high school level. I want to see Lake Forest always comes out of nowhere with three different kids who are all above 8 feet tall, can shoot, can dunk. They have the whole package. You're going to see it again out of Lake Forest. But Mount Carmel, I'm going to go Mount Carmel as the sleeper pick here, at least to face off against whoever wins the New Trier Loyola game. And I'm not making that pick.
you said you're not making that pick.
Sure, I'm not.
You're such a pussy.
That's not nice.
You're such a bitch. You
That's,
make
you know
me
what?
do it. You're
Both the
you
things you just said are rude and not true. And
screw you,
mine, well, you know what? With that said, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go all the way out to Mundelein,
Deerfield. I mean, I love Sean and Dom, but I'm gonna go Deerfield.
over to Palatine.
Palatine. I picked Palatine.
Eric Millstone's a friend and a phenomenal, phenomenal coach. But
And Jewish.
he is, he is. Matter of fact, his parents know my in-laws. That's how small the world it is. I'm not going with Palatine.
Who else is in it?
I think it's a three-horse race right now between Palatine as the third, and then it's going to come down between Hersey and Stevenson.
I'm gonna go Hersey Palatine.
So Hersey and Palatine will possibly play each other on the last day. Stevenson, where's Stevenson here? Stevenson against Lake Park. Stevenson Palatine on Friday is a big one. So I think you're definitely going to see Stevenson in the final game there. And I'm going to go ahead and say Stevenson Hersey for a final.
Okay, I'll go with, you know what?
What's
Just to
that?
shake things up, I'll go with Bob Woodlowski at Hersey as my pick.
Bob Wodlowski, if I'm correct, a Palatine High School alum
I
going
have
into
never seen him smile. Have you?
yes. Yes, I have Brandon Storm. Oh my.
Illinois old school.
Oh my. Not only Illinois old school, but a former let's see, North Shore Sports and Wellness employee, a friend of the family. I watched him grow up. I've employed him, his brother, and his sister. Hello to Lori, mom, probably watching as well. Who are the main guys on Palatine this year? I mean, listen, you know that I can't pronounce David's last name, Balagany, I believe, Division One major football recruit, lefty shooter Darren Dick, David Dick's son. David's a friend of mine. Love David Dick, wonderful guy, former AD over at Fremd. And then it's got to go through Brady May, and we know the last name May in Palatine. We've watched Connor May, who was a preseason All-America pick at Wash U St. Louis. Brady's next up. Between May, Darren Dick, and Balagany, you've got a really solid trio. But conversely, let's go ahead and let's look at Stevenson. Obviously, the name that people are going to be most familiar with is Rocco Pagliacca, shooter, who's unfortunately battled some health issues, but everything right now points to Rocco being healthy. And he has a heck of a backcourt mate in Donnie Williams. Don't think that Donnie's just a shooter. Donnie can get up and down. He can defend. He can dunk the ball. Quentin Frakes coming in as a junior. big bruiser inside, really, really strong, has the ability to shoot the ball, worked on his shot a lot in the offseason. Stevenson's got a lot of talent there, a lot of talent.
I don't give a shit.
That's not nice. I think you're going to see Stevenson and Hersey in the championship, and that's a really good suburban Thanksgiving tournament championship game right there. A really
Um,
Where to next?
I don't know. Let's get in the boat and row on over.
How about our good friend Mike O'Keefe over at St. Viator?
I picked Vider.
Viator, Prospect, Libertyville, and Amundsen. So
Vider.
Viator, huh?
Yeah. And not to
I'm
be,
going to respectfully say it's not as clear cut as you think.
well, it's never as clear
I,
cut.
you really need to pay attention to Libertyville this season, not only because of Bryce, but sophomore Terrence Davis is arguably one of the best players in Lake County, regardless of class.
I'll have to check him out. TD.
Danny Simon, 6'7" big over at Prospect. Quinn Zinzer, really strong guard, but is Prospect what they have been for the past couple of years? I don't know yet.
They're all soft.
They're not soft. And then Amundsen, out of the city, who knows? Who knows? They could upset. I don't know. Not certainly not as well known with prospects as Libertyville Prospect and St. Viator. Um, Dawson Charles at St. Viator is an absolute star. They've brought in a couple of kids from other schools this year. A lot of height, a
Didn't they
lot of
bring in a
height.
kid from your high school where you coach?
There is a transfer that went from Wheeling to St. Viator, Nate Rouse, who had a really, really strong spring and summer. Um, you've got uh, Peter Chojniak coming in from Huntley, 6'10" sophomore, still a little raw, but 6'10" and athletic is 6'10" and athletic. But I think the person you really got to keep an eye on that you don't know yet is the 6'4" lefty. Um, I think you have to look out for Landon May.
Is that one of
If
the
I
Mays like from
Viator,
Palatine?
no, Viator,
Oh, okay.
all Viator. Born and bred, a Mount Prospect kid, but went to Viator last year and was on the varsity team as a freshman as well. But, a nice four-team pool. Viator always does it the right way. It's a great preseason tournament, or first, I guess you can't call it preseason, but early season tournament with those four there. And, I'm looking up and down. There's really I mean, I guess you can go over to Glenbrook North. You can go see what's going on at Glenbrook North.
Hey,
Notre
Braves.
Dame,
Hey,
GBN.
Braves.
What's that?
One of your favorite players just joined us,
Who's that?
Nick Martinelli.
Nick Martinelli. Who's that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Uh, Nick Martinelli is having himself quite a college run, Mr. London.
He is having quite a college run,
Nick Martinelli's having
and I
quite
am
a
not
college run.
shocked by it whatsoever.
No. And you know who else is having quite a college run this year, who I'm not shocked about? One of Nick Martinelli's closest, dearest friends, none
Does
other
it
than
rhyme with Cooper Nord?
it doesn't rhyme with Cooper Nord. It is Cooper Nord.
Cornell, baby.
Big Red, which is so apropos. By the way, Nikki with another just, quiet 25-7 and a 2-point win over South Carolina today. Uh, Nick's going to do Nick things the same way Dom did Dom things and Jimmy did Jimmy things. Oddly enough, Jimmy made it look prettier than all the other brothers combined, or the two brothers combined. That's because he didn't have a weird looking left-handed shot. He was a standard righty, just like your guy. But, let's not forget that Dom was a 2,000-point scorer in high school, and Nick would have been also had it not been for Dom. I mean,
I like that.
the
That's a great
best thing
take.
that happened, the best thing that happened, and I think everybody involved in this chain would agree, and that's when Mike Schrage left Elon to go coach with John Shire at Duke. That opened up the Elon job. That brought Nick away from Elon. And Chris Collins said, wait a second, Martinelli, I know that name. Yeah, let's get him in here. And well, I think it worked out. He only led the Big Ten in scoring last year and is a first team All Big Ten preseason selection this year on the Wooden Award watch list. And just as he does it as ugly as anybody possibly could. Flip
But
shot, lefty hook,
that
layup,
shit goes in, man. It's unbelievable.
right side, left
Left
hand.
side. Yeah. It
Nick,
goes in.
you remember when Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen would always say things like, you can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them?
Yes.
It applies to Nick Martinelli. I mean, Nick only had 9 points the other night in their loss, but that's because he had a bad shooting night, not because he couldn't get his shot off. And there's a difference. And we're all
A
allowed an
hundred
off shooting
percent.
night.
100%. There's a
All allowed
difference.
an off shooting night. But I mean, hi Nick. Nice to see you on. Um, Now that's a team. You want to say a team that underachieved? Potentially not seeing a possible rematch between Nick and Cooper against the Division One starting five from Glenbard West, who's only lost that year. Do you remember Glenbard West's only loss that year came on a buzzer beater corner three by Amari Bailey, former UCLA star, when Sierra Canyon came into Chicago, and Glenbrook South played the early game of that doubleheader at Wintrust, beating Curie that night. So Nikki and Cooper set the stage, and then Braden Huff and Durkin and Renfro and Warden, and they just went in. They took the candle, they ran with it, and that was one of the best high school games I think in the past 20 years, regardless of state level, you name it. That game was highlight after highlight after
Yeah.
highlight.
Let's who do you got for GBN? It's obviously GBN or Notre Dame, right?
It's Glenbrook North and Notre Dame. I Notre Dame, we'll see.
I
Notre
love
Dame,
Maine East this year. Whoever just said that, I graduated from Maine East, 99. Sergio's my guy.
no, Sergio's my guy.
And I love Maine East this year. Fun
Me,
fact, Brandon Schreiber,
Brandon
his
Schreiber is one of the best scorers in the North Shore.
his mom grew up with me.
She doesn't like you.
I mean, no shit.
What a spell. Um, Bartlett, Batavia, Geneva, Maine East, Marmion, Naperville Central, South Elgin, and St. Francis.
So you have St. Francis, Geneva, Maine East.
St. Francis is intriguing. St. Francis has some
Do they
legitimate
still have that
size.
football player?
They have legitimate size, is what they have.
What
Like real size.
they had a kid who was a Division I football recruit. Is he still there?
That I don't know, but I can tell you that I believe it's
He played
pronounced
Wolves.
Ben Horlo, 6'9", big kid, commanding in the middle, junior. He's going to turn a lot of heads this year. St. Francis will certainly have the size. Maine East may have the most electrifying player there. And I'm sure I'm missing some names. I'm sure I'm missing a name from Geneva. Batavia always has talent, but I mean, Jaden Dozie's really good for a sophomore.
Yeah, his only problem is height. That's
Hey,
it. I mean,
listen.
he's got a lot of talent. It's just, he's small, doesn't really work on his body.
So he's small. He's not going to Duke. He's not going to Kansas. So that means that he's nothing, right?
No,
Come
yes,
on.
yes.
Come
No,
on.
no, yes. That's what that means. It's Kansas or nothing.
Best sophomores in the CSL. Great question. You want to jump into that? Or you want to finish with this and then transition
Oh,
into
we
some
could
of the
jump
other?
into that. I have ADD and we've been on this too long.
Okay.
Um,
So we want to talk about the class of 28 in the Central Suburban League. Go ahead.
these are my picks. I love Charlie Yellen,
Okay.
big fan. Um, Tyler Sale,
Okay.
even though,
Deerfield.
ugh, ugh,
Okay.
someone related to him. Um, Charlie Lappin, 100%. Um, Dozy at Maine East. Judah Maxwell at Niles North. Um,
Think you got to throw in, I mean, every team up and down, you can throw in at least one name. Hunter Thiel at Glenbrook South, 6'7" big, second
who's
year
the
on
kid that
varsity.
transferred? They had a big that transferred out.
Oh, his name's Lachlan Casey. He is at Bosco Prep in Northwest Indiana. He's a senior.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of then.
Well, you got to look at Hunter Thiel, Glenbrook South, Charlie Lappin. You mentioned Yellen, um, Dozy, obviously, um,
Yeah, there's nothing at HP. Does that,
Judah
Ojala,
Maxwell.
Ben Ojala.
Oh, Ben Ojala. Yeah. I mean, we're trying to think of names we haven't said aloud yet, right?
Yes.
Chase Ellis
Um,
at New Trier is a really solid ball player.
who?
Chase Ellis, lefty shooter at
Okay.
New Trier.
Um,
There's a lot. There's a lot. I happen to think though that overall in the Central Suburban League, the eyes right now are either on the seniors or they're all centered around the freshmen at New Trier. I mean, you have a top 10 freshman in the state coming into the suburbs on a team that has had tons and tons of success, and that's going to garner the headlines early when you're looking at underclassmen. Obviously, it's still Christopher Kirkpatrick's team. Danny Houlihan going to High Point, one of the best shooters in the state. New Trier is loaded again. New Trier is going to New Trier the same way Bennett will Bennett, and Warren will Warren.
all right, so we have a few minutes left. Let's get into London's laundry.
So, do we have a good mailbag this week?
We have an unbelievable mailbag this week.
All right, pick two and go quickly.
All right, first one. I had, I'm not going to mention names. I want to so bad. Um,
I'm
a
proud of you.
guy, okay. He hits me up. Okay.
Did he hit you up style?
Yes. And they all say, "Oh, I love your content, blah, blah, blah." Then said to me that he told me that he was going to be on my podcast. I didn't ask. I didn't fucking even ask.
Okay.
And then told me, "All right, call me tomorrow at 4."
I'm gonna guess that he didn't even give you a number to call.
I have the number,
Oh,
but
you have them.
bro, you asked me to be on the pod and you tell me to call you? Like,
I'm gonna guess you didn't call.
no, I didn't call.
Did the sender message you again?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as committed as he wants to be.
And then I had multiple people in my DMs
Hmm.
threaten violence against me.
Again?
Yes.
Who did you not give credit to this time?
I don't know because I don't understand. They have these bullshit fake Instagram names like Jojo the Weed Slinger or some shit, right? So
I grew up with JoJo.
I thought I did, but I just grew up with a Joe.
Oh, that's right. I grew up with two different Joes. That's what it
So that
is.
would be JoJo.
Yeah, you know JoJo.
Um,
Um,
also,
yeah.
another one, guys that take my list like it's the Bible of lists.
Well, I think the biggest mistake people make when they look at your list is they tend to bypass the disclaimer. A, no particular order, and B, when you come back and you say, I happen to make these lists when I am either eating and or on the toilet.
And I also say, whoever I missed, put in the comments.
Yeah, no one wants to
And
do that though.
wait, and it gets better.
No
I
one
had
cares
a
about the
guy
comments.
on and if you pull up the CSL list, there's a guy that commented that about hating Jews, that that I'm a Zionist, and that I only put Zionists up there.
Really?
Bro, yeah, go on it. I was like, bro.
Oh, hold on, I'm on this right now.
Yeah, dude, you have to see it's in the comments. The dude called me a Zionist, which I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish for sure. Um,
I am
and
too.
and then yeah, he said like um that it makes him sick. You have to find it. I did not delete it.
Boy, someone wrote in Joey Paul from Highland Park. I played against Joey growing up. He was so good.
I know, but get to the part where the person was anti-Semitic.
I'm trying to. Oh yeah, you forgot Alex Dragovich. What a horrible leave off, by the way.
I know, whatever.
I don't see it. Did they take it down?
I don't know. I didn't take it down.
I
He
a whole
said he said the list is full of a bunch of Zionists. This guy must be a Zionist. It makes me want to puke.
was it a reply or was it a
I don't
comment on
know.
his own?
Bro, I don't remember. I just remember reading it like, damn, why are you going so hard?
I don't.
I was
Well,
gonna
that's
take.
not going hard.
Hey,
That's
I'm going DePaul over Niles North. I love Glenn Olson. I'm going DePaul over Niles North. Dude, I was gonna throw a yarmulke at him.
I don't see the comment.
It then he must have deleted it because I saw it last night and my mind was blown. And then when I searched up the profile, it was like a bullshit account.
That's too bad. It was taken down. I hope you screenshotted it or at least put down the name because I would love to look through that.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I was
What do
like,
you
damn.
think about Hersey basketball? We talked about Hersey. Hersey's loaded. Hersey's
Yeah.
just loaded. They've
And
got it
they
up.
and they have a Hall of Fame coach. So
They're loaded. They've got a Hall of Fame coach, and Charlie Thomas is an absolute stud to lead them this year.
um
They don't have as much height as they had recently, but that's not going to stop them. I mean, when you look at that side of the MSL, which is a murderer's row this year, Palatine, Fremd, Hersey, Prospect, Meadows, and Barrington. You've got Barrington, Hersey, Fremd, Palatine, all the. Listen, take your pick. They can beat each other every other day of the week, but that's a really tough conference now. You could put them in the same conversation now as the Central Suburban League South for overall talent, and maybe above them this year.
um
Do we only talk about Chicago area? We try to because neither Aaron or I are allowed anywhere south of Joliet.
I'm not. I'm not. I'll get
I'm
shot. I'll get
there's a
assassinated.
It's the same thing like trying to go into Lake Forest. Like I can get there sometimes, but it's tough. It's tough. Is Niles North a scary team? Niles North is always a scary team.
Always.
You've got talent, you've got Glenn Olson. You forget the kids right now. They're always going to be a scary team when you've got Glenn leading the way. He knows what to do with the guys there. Niles North, uh, they're still 1 year out from moving back to the other side. It's their side of the conference this year. Maine East potentially second.
Um all right, Braves. Well, it's 10:15. We've gone for an hour. Why don't you wrap us up?
I think that we have
Wait, hold on. Any wins or losses in the fall do not matter. So please do not comment. You should have saw this in the fall. Fall and June wins don't mean shit when it comes down to the winter and the real season. Why? Because A, kids are missing for fall sports. B, you're not practicing as a team. There's no scouting. C, I'm right about A and B.
I like what you did there. Someone asked about Glenbard West before we get out of there. I think this is going to be decided between Glenbard West and Glenbard East.
East, yeah.
Glenbard West is tough year after year. Obviously, they're not what they were when they had the kids we mentioned earlier. Glenbard East has Michael Nee, arguably the best shooter in the state. Glenbard South with point guard Sean Reese is someone to keep attention on. Glenbard North. Listen, they're all local. These kids know each other. I love that we actually have a north, south, east, and a west, not a north, a central, an east, west, whatever it is. You've got a true directional tournament there hosted at Glenbard West. I'm thinking the West East game, which they saved for the 26th at 7:30, and they put it there for a reason. So whoever wins East and West is the champion. I know that's not really telling you much and going out on a limb with only four teams, but it's going to come down between another battle between East and the wicked Glenbard Westians. So for
What are
all
they? What are they, like the Hilltoppers or
the
something?
Hilltoppers, yeah. Or they used to say hitters across their football jersey because, well, they were a powerhouse, still are, and they can get away with that. It's time for bed. It's time to
It
cast
is.
a
I'm
spell on
tired. I
all of
want to
our
go
high
to
school
bed.
basketball fans and wish you, myself, well,
Uh,
that's when we turn back to Zoom to finish. We wish you, me, all of the high school coaches and players from around the area not only good luck, but good health. Stay healthy, have fun, play hard, and I'll leave you with the parting words, maybe something that you used to put on a sweatshirt right there.
have a great time this week. Remember when you're out there, there's going to be a time you check into a game for the last time. There's going to be a day where you put on that jersey for the last time, get on the bus, get off the bus for the last time. You need to play every game like that's tomorrow. I can't wait to watch all of you this season, and I wish you all lots of luck, except when you're playing Wheeling and Lincoln Park.
Time for me to hop back on my broomstick and fly away.
All right, Braves, I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. Bye.